On this episode of Street Rat Garage, we are back once again with my 1977 Monte Carlo to try to get it back on the road after 20 years. Let's get started. So this, for me right here, is that one project car that everybody has that they just can't quite seem to get together back out on the road because they want to do things the right way or make it fancy or put big huge engine in it, and you just don't get around to it. I've had, I don't know, I've had probably 6 or 7 different engines in this. Back in the day, I blew some engines up and then I wanted to put a big block in it. I had a big block in it, and those plans fell through. I took the engine out and traded it, and I had a built small block in there, and then we lost oil pressure in that when we were trying to get it going, and it's just been one mess after the other. I wanted to LS swap it. I still want to LS swap it. Wanted to Hellcat swap it. That didn't work out because we had to cut firewalls. It's just been crazy, one thing after the other. I can't get this car on the road. It fights and fights and fights, and we're just gonna have to do one little thing at a time and just work on this until it's drivable again. I haven't driven this car consistently or reliably or, you know, more than a couple miles for more than 20 years. That's how long it's actually been off the road that I've been able to use it as a daily driver. A couple engines I had in here, we were able to go down the street and back before something happened. The last engine, I drove it probably 5 or 6 miles, and the oil tube, the oil pickup tube came loose because it wasn't locked tight, and we lost oil pressure. So we had to pull that engine out and go with something else. Actually, the last engine that we had is sitting over here, and it came out of an old pickup truck. Actually, this one came out of an old pickup truck. That one came out of an older pickup truck, and we just couldn't get it to run right. I don't know if the timing chain is stretched out or something. It just doesn't want to time out properly. So we're gonna have to strip that one down. This one, I bought one of my friend's trucks, and this engine was in it, and it ran, and that's where we're at now. We put the engine in and hooked everything back up. We were trying to get it ready for hot rod power tour, and that did not happen. We probably could have thrashed on it a couple more days, but wouldn't be able to test on the car, and didn't want to take it on hot rod power tour being unreliable. So this is where we're at right now. We still got a few things that need to be done, and we're gonna do it bit by bit. That's the only way you can do this. Sometimes it's just too big of a project and you have to do one little thing at a time, and that's how it gets done. You do one little thing, one little thing. Pretty soon you're all done. One thing that I was having problems with the other engine that's over there was mounting the power steering pump. I had that other engine all the way in, and then noticed that the holes where the power steering pump would go had a broke off bolt in it, and there was nothing sticking out, and this is a little bit hard to jump in here and drill out. So I didn't have power steering on it. I was able to drive the car. We didn't have any power steering though. I've had this power steering pump for a long time. It's been on a couple different engines. This is a good one, and all that we have to do is hook it up. Actually, I think it was on this car with the 2-back engine that we had on there. So this these lines are for this power steering box here, the gearbox. So we should be able to get this on. So I was looking for this power steering pump. I looked all over for it. Come to find out, I'd actually put it in the trunk of this car and didn't even look in the trunk. So we found that. Let's get the power steering pump on. So that'll be step number 1. This right here is just one quick and easy thing that I can get done to put this car one more step closer to being completed. If I don't want to do any work on this today or tomorrow or whatever, I can at least say I got this one thing done. And that's how you get a car built, just a little bit at a time. Okay, the pump is bolted on, and it was actually a little bit of a struggle. That bottom bolt that goes into the block, it was a little clogged up, so we had to back it out there and clean that one up a little bit. And then these lines are always a little bit of a pain to get in there. Sometimes you got to bend them just a touch. So they were a struggle, but that's in there. And then we had to match up a belt and get it in there. So doing this one simple thing actually took an hour. But now I'm just adding some automatic transmission fluid to the old power steering here. Fill it a little bit to the over full. Whoops, there she goes. Now she's definitely over full. And that's going to circulate through everything and go down. Yeah, I definitely overfilled that. So that is one thing that we got done on our project. So if you're a little bit lazy, that can be your one thing for the day. Then you can go back in and finish watching whatever goofy program that you're streaming, and then come back tomorrow and do the next thing. Just as long as you spend like an hour on it every single day, then it'll get done. If I had spent an hour every single day, or even every other day for the last 20 years, well, there wouldn't be anything left to do on this car. It'd be painted, it'd have a big engine, LS swapped, and turbos, and probably tubbed out, all that other fun stuff. But yeah, no, I didn't do that. So now we're doing it 20 years later. So what is the next thing that we have to do? Well, it's kind of staring us right here in the face. This hideous mess. This is what I hate absolutely the most of doing anything on any car, is wiring. I don't have the patience for it, but it has to be done. So I've been putting this one off for a long time. I really don't want to mess with wiring, even though this is pretty simple. So this mess right here, this is just the fans. All that we're going to do is, well, I can't remember. We're going to run, I already put in the relay switch. I thought I had 2 relay switches. Do I only have one on this setup? I only see one plug. I had this in, I think I had this in another car. I think I had it in the Chevelle back there. And I guess I only had one. I thought I had 2 relays per fan. And I just had this sort of rigged up temporarily so it'll work. So yeah, there's only one fuse, there's only one relay. So I guess that's what we're doing. We're connecting those 2 fans together. We're simply plugging in this relay and making it look good and running power. And oh yeah, we already put in the temperature on-off switch. This should be switched to negative. I hate wiring. All right, I've been doing some wiring, some terrible wiring. Unfortunately, I don't have the good connectors, so I had to use these cheap ones, and I'll redo this later because I'm really sure this is supposed to have 2 relays since it has 2 fans. So we'll have to, I want to get another relay kit and throw in here and wire this in properly, but this is don't get it right, don't just get a running situation. So I will hit this with some electrical tape later and some zip ties, get it up and out of the way. This whole setup is just to get this car going and getting it back on the road, going down the street, checking out all the systems, the suspension, making sure we're all good there, all the wiring inside the cabin, get everything going back on this car because this hasn't been on the road for 20 years, remember. And then we'll find a better drivetrain to put in this than this old truck engine right here. But let's get this back out on the road, get it going, and let's get this running. Okay, I am back, and I say I'm back because this is a different day, and I actually took a couple days off doing some other projects, but I'm back. But in all fairness, I did do one thing off camera one day. I took this transmission pan off that has been leaking because this is a rubber gasket, and I usually use cork gaskets on these transmission pans, but well, this one came with a rubber one. I usually don't have to use much silicone, if any, on a cork gasket. This one, not so much. It leaked like you wouldn't believe. So I've sealed the gasket here to this pan, and now I'm just going to add a little bit more, and then we will get it put up underneath the car, and that'll be one more step on getting this thing out the door. So might not have done one thing every single day, but we did do part of something, so that counts as well. Okay, and all we have to do is slide this pan the right way up into the transmission. I don't like the aluminum, not aluminum. Actually, it would be better if it was aluminum, but the chrome oil pans for the transmissions, they're not thick like the originals. But nowadays it's a little bit harder to get the Turbo 350 transmission pans because they're just not all over the salvage yards like they used to be back in the day. So I could not find one. So I had to settle for an Amazon special. So yeah, using lots of silicone to hold this one together. Make sure it doesn't leak. Well, it was already leaking. Make sure it doesn't leak again. And yeah, secret to these things is you can't over tighten them. You just snug them down. I go snug down, I give them about a half a turn, and that's about it. Maybe go back later and double check it. Maybe another quarter turn. In a few 100 miles or a couple months, whatever. And then it should be pretty good. I mean, you can make these things work. It's just not your best option. So I'm gonna finish this up and then we'll head on to something else. The pan's in place, and next I gotta put on the little bracket that holds the transmission cable. The shifter cable, that is. This has a console shifter, original to the car. It's not an aftermarket shifter, even though I think this is actually an aftermarket bracket that I have on here. But it will do quite nicely. You know, this aftermarket bracket, I have no idea where the original one went to or even what it looked like, but this should work just fine with our aftermarket, or with our original shifter cable. So tighten this guy up and we will be all done. Snug it up, give it half a turn on both of those, and that should do it. All right. Hopefully this leaks no more. I've been battling leaks on this transmission. The lines leak, the kickdown cable leaked, then the pan leaked. I hope I'm done with the leaks. I don't even remember if I replaced the seals on a input shaft and an output shaft. No, I don't think I did. Yeah, I don't think those leak. Hopefully not. I really have to invest in a lift because this is rough. So now on to the next thing. And the next thing would be pouring the transmission fluid back into the car. Actually, this is not the one I want. This is my new bottle. I drained out the oil. What did I do with the? Oh, it's right there. Duh. I drained out the oil because that. One good thing about that transmission pan, it does have a drain on the bottom of it where the original ones do not. So we can recycle the oil. I used a clean drain pan, drained the oil out, and then drained it back into this jug right here. And we'll simply put it back. I mean, quite a bit did drain out onto the floor, leaked out onto the floor before I drained it. So that's why I have this other bottle right here of brand new stuff, because we're going to have to add some more to it, but that'll get us going. I don't know if that's enough. I put like a quart in there, 1.25 from that other bottle, but that should be about right about there. So we still have a few things to hook up before we fire this thing up and check the transmission. I also wrap the wires in some electrical tape. But yeah, this is a step 2. So this counts. If you didn't do anything else on your car, you put transmission fluid in it, that's one more step closer. All right, guess what? It is yet another day. I am not really planning it this way, but I am actually doing this pretty much a day at a time. Actually, it's been a couple days, but I came in here and I did wrap some wires, some more wires, and that kind of counts as something. I cleaned it off a little bit too. I mean, anything that you can do helps, I guess, but we are literally doing this one day at a time. But it's getting there. We're pretty wrapped up here, just some odd and end things, but I'm gonna go ahead and take you inside the car and we'll look and see what we have to do there. Okay, so the inside of the car is a whole nother mess. These are not the original seats, but these are swivel bucket seats for those of you that have never seen swivel bucket seats. I got rid of the original ones many years ago, probably 20 years ago, because back then they weren't cool. And I had some Camaro buckets in here that, well, they were awful. So then I had to go try to find another set of swivels 20 years later, which is, it's not an easy thing to do. It's a little dark in here. Okay, things may look a little yellow because I just have this old school yellowish light that's been in here forever. But we have to put the center console in and the shifter. So I had these mounted before and they weren't lining up correctly, but I put this carpet in and then I had to get another kick down or a shifter cable here and run that up. So I'm going to fool around here. There's not going to be too much you're going to be able to see because it's so dark in here, but I'm going to try to mount this in and come back and have a look and see how that is. I mean, there's a ton of stuff that needs to be done in here that we'll just do probably off camera a little bit at a time. The water gauge, the oil pressure gauge, it needs probably just pull these individual cartridges out and just put a 3-pack in there or something for now, because we're going to change all this again anyway. In the past, I did pull this whole dashboard out and replace it. So this is a different dash out of a different car. This steering column's different. I need a better steering wheel. And yeah, old door panels. Almost everything on this car has been changed at one time. I think this is the original door. It's red. This is the original red color of the car, but that door's been replaced. The hood's been replaced. The trunk lid's been replaced. I think both fenders have been replaced. The front nose header panel has been replaced. The quarter panels were done, or at least half quarter panels were done on the car. So that's a different deck lid that it has on it. The panel below was replaced. The bumper was replaced. These tail lights, they're original. So we do have some original parts on the car. Anything that's red like that was an original part to the car. So doors, the roof, the main part of the car, and that's pretty much all. I mean, even the interior trim pieces, they used to be white like that. Those have been changed. We got to change that out too. So there's not a lot original to this car when I bought it, but I did all this myself, so it counts. I think that bumper is original, but it needs to be replaced. It's all rusty. So yeah, hardly anything on this car was original to when I bought it, but yeah, I changed all these parts. That's crazy. Well, I think we got it accomplished here. The shifter, can you see okay? It's not very good light, but yeah, you can see okay. It's in there and it's shifting like it should. We still got a wiring mess on the floor though. That's pretty awful, but we're gonna save that for another day. But I think we're gonna go ahead and put this down on the ground and see if we can get it started. Starting the vehicle always makes me feel better. A little bit of self-confidence and motivation to hear it run. I haven't heard it run for a long time, so let's see if we got enough pieces bolted together that we can start this thing up. Dropped down on the ground. Oh, still got some electrical tape. Battery. This is out of my tractor. Hope it fits in here. It's kind of a big fat battery. This is a big fat car, so it should fit okay. Positive, black negative, so that's fine. Make sure it's on the right way. Oops, not quite. There we go. It's making some noises. It really shouldn't make noises. I might have the key on. So there's that. It's got electric fuel pump on it, so we should be able to get it primed up pretty easily. It has a fuel cell in it that, this is actually the second fuel cell that I put in it. It's got the foaming in there, so I can't really tell how much gas is in there, but I did put a little splash of gas in there, so we should be good. This is the second. I had one of those red plastic ones like everybody used back in the day, because you know, this was going to be a race car. Kind of wish I hadn't done that now. It's got a sump, so there's a hole cut in the floorboard, or the trunk pan, which I really wish I never done. But it's got a Holly blue or red, I can't remember now. Actually, the fuel pump should have been engaged because it looks like this key's on. Nope, there it goes. Yeah, wasn't quite turned all the way. So we're pumping up the carburetor, and we're gonna see if she's gonna run. Okay, quick leak check. I don't see anything. We got gas coming up through the carburetor already, and we are ready to give this a try. All right, first time in a long time. Let's see what we got. Wonder if we got power to the distributor. Yeah, I guess we got power to the distributor. She fired. Come on. There we go. Come on. Ugh, didn't sound very good. There she goes. Still doesn't sound great. What was that? Something fell off. What was that noise? Okay, I have absolutely no idea what that noise was. Probably something fell off a shelf. Let's see if we can get this pulled out here. Oh, and she died. We might need some carburetor adjustment. Oops. Oh, need some more power steering fluid. Oh, we need some more transmission fluid too. There we go. All right, she has not been running in a while. Sounds okay though. That power steering pump is whining. Remember we put transmission fluid in that? Oh, well, she died. We put that transmission fluid in there, and now it's circulating, so we need some more and some transmission fluid. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely sucked all that transmission fluid. Oop, down. Oh, and I spilled it. Man, that really didn't take much. Yes. Yeah, I won't start it up. It's foamy, so it's got air in the lines too. So might have to work it back and forth to get all that air out. And it's gonna suck some more of that transmission fluid in. Perfectly fine. We'll get this in, make sure that's transmission fluid. And it is transmission fluid. We'll get her fired back up here. Crank the steering wheel back and forth to bleed the power steering pump again. And hopefully that will do it. She needs to run for a while. It's just been so long since she's run. It's got coolant in it. Make sure there's no pressure on that. What's this got? Oh, can't even really see down there. It's low. I hope I put antifreeze in this and not just straight water. It's October. It's going to get cold soon, but let me toss some coolant in there as well. All right, a little engine coolant here. So this is, make sure I bought, must add water here. This is the straight stuff, so we already discussed that before. Buy the straight stuff, don't pay for water. That's quite low. Did I put any coolant in this at all? I cannot remember. I might not have. Well, here it comes. So that's only about half a gallon, so it's just low. But I wish I knew. We'll have to take a reading on that before it gets too cold to see if it's going to survive the winter. All right, let's fire this back up and check all the fluids again. You know, I didn't even check the oil. We could be running this with no oil in it. I'm pretty sure that I did that, at least. Oh, are you kidding me? I didn't do that? Is there no oil in this? Oh, come on. Surely it's not reading on a stick. Are you joking me? I hope it's just really low. That would be dumb if I didn't put oil in this when I drop this engine in here. I looked and it has an oil filter on it. So I didn't take it apart. Oh, this is gonna take forever. I need a better filter, funnel. This is the 1540 diesel oil because, you know, it's cheap. Try that again. Yeah, it's cheap and it has all the dinosaurs in it, so good to go there. I don't want to put too much in there in case it's just 2 quarts low and it's just not showing on the stick. So it's got to be at least 2 quarts low. So we'll put about 2 quarts in there, and it doesn't have a sight measure on it either. So one more big gulp ought to do it. Hopefully it reads this time. If it doesn't read this time, man, we did something really dumb. Stick it in again, pull it out, there we go. Yep, it was just a couple quarts low, so I don't feel so bad now. That's not gonna hurt anything. Okay, now we are ready to give it another go. There we go. Turn the steering wheel, lock. Whoops, to lock. Come on, keep running. Lock to lock, back again, get all the air out of it. It's not whining anymore, and it's nice having power steering. These old 70s cars had great, you know, like that 1-finger power steering, and it's back. And it's a little stuttery though. I don't think that accelerator pump's working like it should. Oh, now we can check that transmission fluid before it dies again. And it's about a quart low. So 1 more quart of transmission fluid and we should be good to go. Okay, all the fluids are definitely good enough. Start it back up again because she died again. Yeah. Accelerator pump, man, I think just not enough there. Gonna have to put that on the list of things to do. And power steering. Should we just take this for a quick down, just an 1/8 mile down the street and back maybe? I mean, just far enough so that we can walk back if something goes wrong. This wire has been in the way for like years. And I'm just gonna, I think it goes behind the A-pillar, but I don't want to take the A-pillar back apart, so zip tie to the rescue real quick. Get that up out of the way. Now the tail, there we go. Oh, that's better. So, all right. Yeah, we're just real quick down the road and back. Super quick. Yep, there it goes. She's she's not great, really. All right, come on. Get out here. Make her shift through all the gears at least. Oh, come on. She's not liking it. There we go. 1, 2, 3. There she goes. That's all the gears she's got. And she got like a 342 rear end in it, so we're gonna turn some RPMs. Yeah, that's not bad. She hasn't been out on the road for a long time. She's doing pretty good. Actually rides nice. I mean, it's still basically stock suspension, big old Monte Carlo suspension. Yeah, that's a lot of RPMs though. We need an overdrive transmission. I think that's far enough. That's more like a quarter mile. So let's turn around and go back. All right, we'll just turn around in this abandoned farmhouse here. Don't really want to smash on her too hard, but we'll give her a little something. Yeah, she's spark knocking there a little bit. Timing set too high. Oh, here comes the school bus. Better slow down. I hope the school bus doesn't hold us up because I don't think I connected the electric fans on this all the way. I think I got one more wire to connect. Yep, school bus is passing by, so we're good to go there. We'll just get past this guy. Wow, he's taking up a whole lot of room. We'll have to move over a little bit. There we go. Yeah, she's sputtering a little bit. Come on, get out of the street. Kids looking at us like, what is that old piece of junk with no hood on it doing running down the road? That should be illegal. Is it illegal? I don't know if it's illegal to run without a hood on. I don't know. Depends on the state, probably. Yeah, we made it. No problem. All right. Yeah, it's a little warm, but not hot. Oh yeah, I forgot this has a temperature gauge on it. I don't think that works. That's showing like 60 degrees. So obviously that's not working. She's definitely warmer than that. She's probably at least 160, 170. But it's got a little pressure on it, but not bad at all. Nice. Well, I'm impressed. Okay, well, it is actually a few days after the test drive there, and I had a different ending for this, but I didn't feel it was right, so waited a few days, and we had to do a couple little things. A couple pins fell out on the test drive, clips, the shifter, I lost the shifter, so it wasn't quite there, so I didn't want to end it there. So I came in and I put those little items on there, and I also bolted down the seats because they were just flopping around in there. So had to get that done to actually make it road worthy, I guess. And there was also a little bit of leak in the old transmission there. I think I tightened up a couple more bolts to make it a little bit better. So yeah, I just crawled out from underneath the car, tightening up the bolts, putting the keys and the key pins into the ignition, the shifter linkage, all that fun stuff. So, I also vacuumed out all the mouse nests that were up in the cowl panel here. We need to find a vent or something that goes over there to try to keep those guys out. But I think we're pretty good right now. But the finishing touch would be to put the hood back on. So let's grab that and get that on here. Okay, here she is. It's fiberglass, but it's so big it's awkward. And I've taken this one on and off by myself quite a few times, and it's still weird. But believe me, it's a whole lot better than putting on the original steel hood. I've done that by myself, but wow. you can really scratch things up and crack windshields if you're not careful. Speaking of windshields, yeah, I changed the windshield in this too, not recently, but that was one of the things we did in the past to get this ready little by little. So this video may not seem like I'm doing a lot of things to get this ready, but if you've seen this car in the past, well then you'll know that there's been a lot of work done to this car, and we've just been doing it little bit by little bit, but we're taking too much time, so that's why I wanted to make this video, trying to do as many little things as I can, just day by day, and prove that, yeah, it can be done. You just got to take your time and get to it. Let's see. Come here. Oh, I think this is easier to put on from the side, really. Oh, well, let's try it this way. Oh, geez. You can't do this. Oh, there's so many spiders on it, too. Oh, they're all over the place. Yeah, I should have done it from the side. Go away, guys. You don't live here anymore. Should have done it from the side. Yuck. Should have got some help. Should have done. I should have, could have, would have done a lot of things different. But yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's so awkward. Imagine putting the steel hood on by yourself like that. Okay. One side at a time. I need something to hold the hood up in the front though. What about, this maybe? Bring this over here. In there, lift that up there. And then maybe put this in here. Maybe it's too tall. Maybe it's not going to work at all. Okay, there we go. Stay there. Just stay there. All we have to do is start a couple bolts. This is going to fall on me, isn't it? All I have to do is start it. Get them started. That'll be good enough. Get in there. Come on. Just start. Come on. There we go. There's one. All we need is one. And the rest will fall into place. There's one. Get this one. I don't know where you can buy these fiberglass hoods at. I bought this one a long time ago, and I actually had to drive all the way to Florida to get it from Indiana. But I got it. But I was going to Florida anyway, so it really didn't matter. But I searched and searched a long time to find this fiberglass hood. I've only seen a couple more. When I bought this one, that was like 15 years ago, and it's still not painted. So let me bolt this up real quick. All right, I got all the bolts in. Just gotta make sure this aligns properly. Now this has, since this is a fiberglass hood, I had to go and buy special springs for it that are a lot lighter weight. If I had those original springs on it, I'd rip this hood trying to get it down, but these are lightweight springs. Boy, and they even have a problem going down. It's been a while. I should lube up the hinges, huh? I'm just gonna hit this with a little PB. It should have some grease on it, really, but just get it down for now. We can grease them up later. This is something a little more permanent. There you go. Get those guys all lubed up. Get this hood down, make sure it aligns. Just have to do like you do a Chevy pickup truck and push inwards instead of pulling downwards. That's pretty close. they're still a little bit loose, so I can align this hood up. Should sit about there. That should be good enough. Now I can go back and tighten this up. Hopefully those didn't move around. Get this guy here. Ouch. Get this guy here. Oh, that one's a lot looser than I wanted it to be. Just have to be loose enough to move the hood around and get it into place. Since this is fiberglass, I don't want to crank them down too hard, because I don't think I can find another one of these hoods. Okay, push in. Oh, boy, that was a lot easier. Boom. Not bad. It's a little bit low in the middle, and it's a little bit high on this one end, but I think that's probably the fiberglass not sitting right anymore. That ought to be good enough. Hopefully my hood pop still works. Oh, that's good. Should have tested that out before I closed the hood, I guess. Been a while since this has been on. There we go. Oh yeah. Spring on that side makes more noise, like it's rubbing up against something, but oh, that looks pretty good. Might have to take it off and turn it around. But for now, I like it. Well, let's fire her up again and make sure everything's still good there. Oh, still got to adjust that carburetor, I guess. Oh yeah, would we need probably oh, what did we need for that? I forgot what I said. The pump shot, accelerator pump. Plus this is a little bit colder out now than it was last time, so gonna take it a couple minutes to get revved back, warmed back up again. There we go. Well, that's good enough. Yeah, it's a warm up, but she's still a runner. Yeah, okay, we got her fired up, and she kind of wants to run on her own, but it's still not warm. That choke is not hooked up. If it was closed a little bit like it should be, it would run a lot better. But she sounds pretty good though. I'm impressed. Got a good exhaust note to it. And I cleaned up the interior. Not that you can see really well in there. I vacuumed it out. The seats are bolted down. It looks a little wobbly because it's a swivel bucket seat, but everything seems to be hooked up and working as it should. So I say that is successful. This car is ready to go. It's ready to be driven on the road again, and yeah, we can take it back to the house and do little things like sand down some of this paint and maybe change the front bumper, make it look a little bit better, wire in a stereo, just the little things that really don't contribute to the ability of this car to run down the street. This is ready to go. I can drive this. We can take it into town. We can do things with it now. So that is it. That's fixing a car just a little bit, one day at a time. If I can do it, you can do it. So that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Street Rat Garage. Until next time.